Long ago, in the quiet hills of the east, there lived a young boy named Aaron in the ancient kingdom of Daran. He was not born of royalty, nor trained by warriors, but he had something rare, a mind sharp as a blade, and dreams as high as the mountains. The village elder once told Aaron, "A mind that can focus is stronger than 1,000 horses in battle." And so Aaron decided he would master the art of focus. Aaron left his home and walked for days through forests and rivers until he found an old sage who lived in the cave of learning. "Teach me the way of focus," Aaron asked, bowing with respect. The sage, with a long white beard and eyes like still water, looked at him and said, "Very well. But first, you must pass a test." He handed Aaron a shallow bowl filled with water, all the way to the brim. "Walk through the valley," the sage said, "and return without spilling a single drop." Aaron took the bowl with both hands and began his walk. At first, he was careful, but soon the birds chirped, children played, and the fragrance of fresh bread from a village home filled the air. Aaron looked around, distracted by life. When he returned, water had spilled over the sides. The sage looked at him calmly. "You see, Aaron, focus is not just about what you look at, it's about what you choose to ignore." The next day, Aaron tried again. This time, he blocked out the noise. He walked with his eyes fixed only on the bowl. He didn't hear the birds. He didn't smell the bread. He didn't greet the villagers. When he returned, not a single drop was spilled. The sage smiled. "Good. Now you see. The world is full of distractions, but your task is to remember your path." After this, the sage took Aaron to a secret room filled with mirrors. "Each mirror," he said, "shows you a version of yourself, lazy, tired, distracted, jealous, angry, afraid. Your focus will be tested by these faces. When you look into the mirror, choose only the face that serves your purpose." And so Aaron stood before the mirrors. One showed him sleeping late, another playing endlessly, another made him doubt his dreams. But then he saw one mirror that showed him studying, working, building. He stared at that one. The rest faded. Years passed. Aaron grew wiser and stronger. He returned to his village, now full of people who had forgotten the value of silence and purpose. They were caught in endless noise, chasing gossip, gold, and games. Aaron built a school and began teaching what he had learned. He told them, "Focus is like fire. It can warm your life or burn your future, depending on how you use it." He taught his students the 5 ancient laws of focus. 1. Guard the gates. What you see, hear, and read enters your mind. Guard it like a treasure chest. 2. One arrow at a time. The hunter who chases 2 rabbits catches none. Do one thing with full attention. 3. Silence is strength. A noisy mind cannot build an empire. Create moments of silence every day. One day, the king of Daran heard of Aaron's teachings and came to visit. He asked, "Can you train my army with this power of focus?" Aaron smiled. "An army trained in focus will need no war." He trained the king's generals, not in weapons, but in wisdom. And slowly, the kingdom changed, not through force, but through clarity and purpose. When Aaron grew old, he sat beneath a tree, surrounded by his students. They asked him, "Master, what is the greatest enemy of focus?" He replied, "It is not noise, not laziness, not even fear. It is forgetting what matters." My friend, maybe your world isn't ancient like Aaron's, but the distractions are just as powerful. The phone in your hand, the endless scroll, the noise of comparison, pressure, and doubt. But remember, focus is still your superpower. And like Aaron, you can choose the path of the wise. Ask yourself, what mirror are you looking into? What noise are you allowing in? What truly matters to you? You don't need a cave. You don't need a sage. You just need to begin. One focused moment at a time.